All right, what is going on, guys? I'm going to go ahead and take you through a chest day today. So you will see some awesome techniques that I've been utilizing over the last few months to really activate the chest as much as possible. Try to leave out those front delts, those shoulders as a whole, and really target our pecs. And yeah, we'll take you through that during the actual workout and break it down. But before that, we've got our pre-workout meal, which was not increased, but our food in general was increased since the last video, so the weight has gone up a little bit. We're up about 1.5 pounds morning fasted weight since the last video. I'll go ahead and throw some pictures up on the screen. Now, because of that, we are getting another food bump. As of today, it is not from our set calories or clean foods. We actually get a cheat meal today. So I will show you what we get for our cheat meal. Usually it's sushi. Today we get to switch it up and have some fun. So stay tuned for that. We will go ahead and break it down for you in just a moment. All right. So as you can see, we are not in the normal setup. I am currently in a hotel, and I will go on about this in a later video. But taking you through the movements that we have today on this chest workout. Starting off, I like to go very, very light, as you can see. A lot of control on these movements. Now, one thing that has helped me a lot with chest development as of this past year and some change has been doing a bit of a 2 to 3 part pause on my reps, okay? Now, this helps shift that weight off of the triceps, off of the shoulders, and onto the chest. One way it does that is simply because the shoulders and the triceps are technically smaller, weaker muscles. So when you slow down the movement, you can't use that momentum, and it forces the chest to wake up and activate. So I try to keep that tempo, that cadence for the most part, and then as it gets too heavy, as you see, I just control the negative as much as I can. Get down to about a 90 degree or just past, and drive up, okay? Now remember here, we're working on the muscle contractions. We're not worried too much about explosivity out of the whole. So we're just keeping some beautiful, beautiful tension the entire time. And I went ahead and threw on all of these sets so you can see the general progression and kind of how things change as we acclimate to the weight, right? Now here we have a quick drop set. What I like to do on my last sets, if I do well with my top set, I will try to do it again. At least go for a drop set preferably, as opposed to a back off set on the first movement or two. I just feel like I get a little bit more out of that. I feel like you get the best of both worlds. You get to go heavier, right? You get to work on that strength as well as working into that hypertrophy without needing a spotter, without needing somebody to help you get the reps up. You can, in a sense, get forced reps. Because what is it when a spotter helps you? They're grabbing the bar, they're removing some of that tension. So by all means, that 225 could easily become this 135 with the spotter there, okay? Now, moving on to the next movement in just a moment is going to be a dumbbell press. Once again, keeping it incline. As you can see, we are keeping both of our major presses incline. Now, the reason for that is because with a larger upper shelf on the chest, it gives you the illusion of having a bigger chest as a whole, all right? And as you can see, we are keeping a very, very controlled negative on all of these movements. Our explosion up isn't crazy. We're not working on power. We're working on contracting the muscles. So the moment you begin pressing upward, we are firing those chest fibers. Now, as you can see here, this was my very top set. We are going into a drop set here. I like to take about 5 deep breaths in between my drop sets. It's kind of my break tempo. Now here you can see the reps do get sped up a bit. At this point, we're just trying to further pass a fatiguing point and pump blood into the muscle so we can start to speed things up with minimal issue. Moving on, we have a superset here. We have what some people call champagne press, a pinch press, a couple different ways to do this. Now, the way that I do it, I make sure that the dumbbells are ones that will not roll, okay, because I've had that happen with metal ones and pinch my finger, hence the pinch press. But on those ones, we get some good control there. I'm actually going to go back just a second and talk about it. So here, the thought is we want to squeeze the dumbbells together, activating that chest. We want to drive those elbows inward as much as possible, further activating the chest. And we want to press up as far as we possibly can here. Getting an increased range of motion means increased activation typically, as long as we can keep it on the muscle fibers. Now here we have a rear delt fly. The way that I'm doing this is to hit those traps a little bit harder. So we're going vertical with that grip, a neutral grip, as opposed to a pronated. Here we have a shoulder press. Once again, we're trying to keep a more controlled tempo. However, this is the top set, okay, the final one. So we are going to break this one into yet another drop set. Like I said, I like drop sets. I don't care for back off sets all the time. I like to get the best of both worlds so I can still go a little heavier and then still get those maximum reps. On this one, we're able to keep just a little bit more control. Sorry, I'm very tired with all this traveling right now. And then moving on to the last movement, we've got a chest fly. Now here you'll notice I adjust higher up. This way the handles are at a lower position. I can bypass the shoulder, that front delt, just a little bit more. Lets me focus in on the chest. Now the palms are twisted slightly, okay? We're a little bit supinated. That way we can focus in on the pinkies coming towards one another, not actually touching, but coming towards one another. Once again, to further activate that chest. And now the goal is typically to raise them a little bit higher. But here, if I kept it like this, then that means I was feeling pretty good right here, and going higher was activating that front delt for me more so than normal today. Pretty much wraps it up for this, so thank you guys for watching. Let's keep going on with the video, and soon we will see why exactly I'm in this hotel room in Florida. See you guys soon. Oh, right. And we're here.
Like down to the high
Burger.
We had the same
It's like the Donda opener. Donda.
Burger. Oh, I'm so excited for this shit. And he said I'm allowed to get cheese on this one. Yes. He said cheese is okay. He said just don't pull the shit I used to do where he's like, yeah, get a burger. And then I have like 4 and like 3 orders of fries and muffins.
So how many burgers are you getting?
He said 2 is fine, but he also said don't shove them. Which means technically 3 is fine, as long as I don't shove them. So we'll start off with 2. We'll see where we end up. And we'll go from there.
Cool. I'm getting 1.
Yeah, you're getting
In
one
case
this time.
anybody asks.
But that's only because you get 4 cheat meals a week on average. So we can't all be that lucky. We got to take advantage of it when we get it.
That's it. And regular fries. And a regular drink.
So you got the drink already?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go with 2 bacon cheeseburgers.
4 bacon cheeseburgers or single?
Full. Yeah, I'm only allowed to get the 2 today, so we're gonna go with the 2. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put lettuce, tomatoes, we'll go with grilled onions, and then jalapeno peppers.
Would you like those grilled?
Yeah, grilled on both. And then one of them with A1 steak sauce and one with barbecue, please. And then we'll go with a large fry. And that'll
You
be all.
already got a regular fry.
Yeah. Dude, literally, I'd be getting like 4 or 5 double bacon cheeseburgers, like 3 orders of fries and more, but I'm not allowed to eat that much right now. Let's dig into the first burger. Salivating, so let's go eat some. So much better with cheese. So much better with cheese.
Get barbecue in.
I have one. I wanted to get some kind of diversity, so it's not like the same burger like I always do. Because usually it's two double bacon burgers, no cheese, no sauces, or the same sauces, and I'm just like dog food by the end. It's just so much fun. Yeah, dog food with cheese.
Gross. He's amazing, but it's not dog food. When we were ordering, homeboy literally was like, "So are there 5 of you?"
I'll milk you. Activate when you're trying to record. Because usually when people see a camera, nowadays they think prank video. What the fuck are they gonna fuck up? This actually is a prank video on my intestines and my digestive tract. And they have no clue what's coming. But it's okay, because they're probably gonna prank me back on the way out. My jaw's cramping up a little bit. My jaw's cramping up so bad. Like that last bite that I took was literally like... Right on the french fries. I used to get 2 larges and 4 burgers. Anywhere between 2 to 6 muffins, a Pop-Tart. You remember, you were there. I'd finish it all within 45 minutes.
It was nauseating.
Then I'd be dead to the world for like 6 hours. I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna take a 30-minute nap and wake up 4 hours later in pain and unable to move.
More fries.
Thank you. I'm gonna call it here because I'm questioning it. I'm like, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, is this too much? I should probably stop. This is a new Kevin, okay? I'm just
I've not
stuck
seen
like
this
this. Literally, never once.
I'm letting you finish my fries too.
And then I'd go order some more or something.
No. We'd stop at Dunkin' then. Stop.
We're not doing any of that shit today. We're done here. We're done. I still got 2 more meals. I still got a meal of rice and chicken, and I still have my oats, delicious oats. So, here we go. I'm gonna call it here. I'm tapping out. The fries beat me this time. This time. I could have taken them out, but I might lose myself in that journey. I don't want to lose myself. And because I won't get this for a couple weeks.
The cheese. Ooh, there's a big one over here.
I haven't had cheese in so long, it's like disgusting to eat, honestly.
Plain.